my god, it's freezing outside. It's absolutely freezing. Oh. Hi. Hello everyone, I am B and this is B's Biased Babblings and this is Spinister. Behold this badass in all his bisexual brilliance, and I don't mean me, I mean Spinister. His name always makes me laugh because of course Spinister is supposed to be a pun on sinister because he's a Decepticon, and spin as in helicopter because he's a helicopter. But to me, I always thought of spinster, which is like a male version of a widow, right? So like when I first heard about Spinister, I was like, oh, what's his backstory? Like, has he lost somebody in the past or something? But then of course I was like, oh no, wait, it's a helicopter. Spinister. Sinister. Spinster. Who spins. And his just glorious garishness. I am in love with the colours. I am in love with the sculpt. I absolutely love his Jinko jeans, his big thick trousers. I'll put a picture in here if anybody doesn't know what Jinko jeans are. And I love that he has as many eyes as he does brain cells. Like, he just looks... He's just... There's no thoughts there, just murder and being fabulous. And while we're talking about the brain cells, I just want to say, like, I absolutely love his himbo vibes. Like, I was actually inspired by this chap to do a makeup look inspired by the bisexual flag colours. And of course, Spinister is bicon. And speaking about colour scheme, I don't know how well this shows up on the camera here, but I added these red sections and these silver lines to sort of mimic his G1 toy stickers a bit more. Like, they already had this moulded in, which is beautiful, but I just went over it with some silver paint. And the same here, these grill sections were already moulded in, but then I went over them with some red paint just to make it pop, and it helps break up the pink a bit, and I think he looks wonderful. Just love that they've, you know, the original Spinister toy, which I'll throw a picture up here now. The original Spinister toy had the legs like combined as one. The cockpit was one leg. No, sorry. One cockpit, two legs. That's a porn name. Anyway, sorry. I love how his modern version has like the two cockpits for the legs, and he still only has one cockpit in helicopter mode, which we'll get to in a second. But I think it works really well. We'll just show a back look in case people haven't seen them. This for me is similar to the Earthrise Optimus Prime review that I did, in that a lot of people probably already have one, so don't really care about my opinion on it. But I love him so much that I want to gush anyway, and that is the point of this mini-series that we're doing. So yeah, that is the sexiness that is Spinister. So stoic and fabulous. But these legs are actually my only issue with this figure. Not in robot mode, but in helicopter mode, which we'll get to now. He is so beautiful. I absolutely am in love with this helicopter mode. He looks ridiculous. Like, who has ever seen a pink, purple and blue helicopter in real life? Probably somebody. Drop it in the comments. I would love to see that. But anyway, I'm not really sure if Spinister has a specific helicopter that he is supposed to look like, but to me he kind of looks like a Russian version of an Apache helicopter, if that makes any sense to anybody. I don't know. I know the cockpit shape is very Apache, but the rest of him kind of looks more, a little bit more Soviet, like one of those, like Ka-52 or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, he's just so pretty. But like I said just previously, he has my only issue, which isn't the fact that there is a cockpit here. I don't mind that. I think it looks pretty cool, and then you don't really see it anyway. especially when he has his little landing gear down. My issue is right here. It doesn't tap in. It does not tap in. Neither this version or the Rotorstorm version of the mold, which is getting its own review at some point, because even though he's the same toy, he is so cool in his own right that he just deserves his entire other video. But back to Spinister. That's my only issue. Like, it doesn't really want to tab in anywhere. And I've tried. At the minute I have the legs, I don't know how well you can see, but both hip parts are facing the same way. And I know that some people say if you swap it the other way then it works better, but then it sort of puts stress on the front part, and I don't really want to break this guy, you know. And speaking of that, Spinister is actually the first toy that I've actually considered buying two of the same, because I love him so much and I play with him so much that I just feel like one day I'm going to break it and it's going to break my heart. So I'm tempted to get like a second copy and just keep it in the box somewhere hidden away for safekeeping. But this guy has just the menace of the attack helicopter vibes. The colours are just popping. Like, oh, and I love his big Decepticon logo. Like, on that side there isn't one for some reason, but on that side there's a big one, and I love that. Like, he just says, like, robots in disguise, fuck that, I'm a bisexual icon and I'm here to represent the Decepticons and I'm here to kick ass. And while I have him in helicopter mode, I just wanted to cover his accessories, and the ones he comes with in the box, are these little double guns that represent his Target Masters, his G1 Target Masters, and that's a pretty cool look. People complain that they're a different colour, but his original Target Masters were different colours, so whatever. I do think it would look more, I don't know what the word would be, consistent if they were both the same colour, but they look pretty cool anyway, because they're two different molds. Like, clearly that's like a cannon and then that's Gatling guns or something. Pretty cool. However, there is an upgrade kit for this chap, and I think that makes the helicopter pop even more. So first of all, we have, this is the Matrix Workshop kit, by the way. If I can remember to, I'll drop a link below to, I can't remember what number kit it is, but I'll find the eBay listing. He has this cannon, which is resin. It's not 3D printed, and it's already painted, which is good. And it has this post, which you can hold in robot mode. We'll get back to that. But you fold it in, and then it just slides onto like the little leg cover. Slides on to there. And then he has a chin gun. Now, yes, for the helicopter it is a little bit long, but it's pretty cool anyway. I'm just going to put him down for a second so I can show you the other accessories that the Matrix Workshop kit comes with. So he has these rocket banks, which definitely give me vibes of Russian helicopter. And same with these rocket launcher parts. And now these have a post, they both have a post, but then these ones also have a peg hole. So what I like to do is put them together like that, and then I'll just do the opposite with the other two, because you get two of each. So like this, and then we can put them under the wings, thusly. And then we have a very weaponized helicopter mode, and I think that looks bitchin'. And I just wanted to show off before I go back into robot mode to show you what these look like in robot mode. But of course you can have these in any orientation you want, and he also has siege ports on his arms, two on each side, and then one on the side of his leg. That's the other thing that gets me sometimes. He has the siege ports on one side of the chopper mode, but not on the other. And I'm like, why? Like, if it was on the chin, then you could have, I don't know, but anyway. You can attach his accessories to the rocket pods like that. As you can see, they're not secure. They are stressing it a bit, so I wouldn't do that, but it looks cool. If that's what you want to do, fire away. So here we are back in robot mode, just to show the accessories again. So the ones he comes with out of the packet are, packet again, why did I say packet? These, which look pretty cool. They look very similar to his G1 Target Masters. I'll drop a picture in. And then they can also do the thing that the original Target Masters did of combining. So you can plug them in on top like that. And that looks pretty cool. you can also, instead of holding them, put them on his arms, and that's the way I preferred it. Like, even though he's a target master and he's supposed to hold them, I do think he looks quite badass with them just like attached, like gauntlet guns. There, that's pretty badass. As for the Matrix Workshop kit, the front cannon, like I said, has a peg hole so he can hold it like a gun. Now, because of the hinge, it does tip down slightly, but you can just angle it up a little bit, and that looks pretty good. I don't know if Spinister had a handgun in any continuity, but it's a pretty cool look anyway. As for the other ones, again, you can have them, obviously they're just the same peg size, so he can hold them if you want, or you can double them up, or like sometimes I like to have them on his shoulders, you know, like that, go mad with it. And even just having him hold or use all of the guns, just whatever, why not? Super badass. I'll drop in some more pictures of, you know, like I'll get like proper poses and stuff of this chap. So yeah, that's his accessories that he comes with and his specific Matrix Workshop kit. Next thing we can talk about just quickly is his compatibility with the Siege Battle Masters. Now, I don't have, I think his original Battle Masters were Siege and Hair Splitter, I want to say. Sorry, not Siege, Singe. Singe and Hair Splitter, which makes Spinister sound like a hairdresser, but fair enough, we don't judge. Maybe he was a Cybertronian hairdresser before the war kicked off. I don't know. But here's the one I use for him mostly. It's just the basic one. This might be Singe actually, I can't remember. I remember one of them. I think, no, sorry, this is Slug Slingers Target Master, which I can't even remember the name of. I'll put it here, the way I normally do my cheeky edits. But anyway, because he's purple and black, and I think one of Spinister's was purple and black, it fits him reasonably well. So we have this blue one. I've painted the silver on because it looks nice, and he matches with Misfire's one, whoever he is. I can't remember the names of them. Then we also have Hot Rod's guy, who I can't remember the name of, who I use for Ricochet actually, and the little one that came with Artfire, and I know this one's Nightstick because Cyclonus can also use him. But for the sake of this set, I like to use Hot Rod's one, even though he's an Autobot one. I don't really care. Let's just see. Get him wink-wonked up, transformed up. But anyway, there's Spinister with two of the Siege Battle Masters, just in case anybody wants to see what that looks like. Yeah, they are quite big because they are based on the large size Target Masters, like Hot Rod and Point Blank at the time, whereas Spinister was, like I said, a junior Target Master, or whatever the name, or sorry, double Target Master, that's what it was, double Target Master. Needle Nose, Quake, and Spinister were double Target Masters, and there were Autobot ones as well. My personal preference is honestly to just use his normal guns, and then store the Matrix set elsewhere, or just like on his shoulders or something, because he looks better without them. He, like, the Matrix set is definitely for helicopter mode. I would rather somebody did an upgrade kit that was his G1 Target Masters in the way that they were, maybe just like slightly updated so that they just like just fold over. I don't know. You know what I mean. And that will do us for this quick look at Spinister and all his bisexual ebullience. I'm just making up words now. That's how much I feel about him. He is just a good boy, and he is fantastic. Definitely one of my favorites. Speaking of bicon, we all know what bisexual is like, and that is some sea shanties, seashells by the seashore, sea shanties, or some Irish trad, some folklorish Celtic stuff. So I brought out my melodica to annoy everybody. So here is my Celtic sea shanty ode to Spinister. I don't know. I don't know, whatever. If you're watching this one until now, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you see, and leave a comment below with if you agree or disagree of my thoughts on Spinister. Like I said, it's just gushing. There's no scores or anything. This is just me verbal diarrhea about my favourites. The next proper review will feature, like, I'll just give the teaser here because I know not everybody has watched the Siege Optimus review, but the teaser for that was 3 words, clues of bunny ears, queer, and purple. So there's your 3 clues. I wonder who it could be. I wonder who it could be. But anyway, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.